We are beginning our unit on writing linear functions. You can follow along and fill in your notes on page 68 of your notebook. There are three different forms of linear functions that we have looked at so far. So the first is standard form. That's when we've got our x and y term on the left and our constant on the right. When it's in standard form, we can identify the x-intercepts and the y-intercepts. And the next form is slope-intercept form. This form is the easiest form for graphing. That one tells us the slope and tells us the y-intercept. And then point-slope form looks like that, and we can identify the slope and a point, some other point, not necessarily the y-intercept, but some point that's on the line. We can find that by looking at the equation. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. We've worked with this a lot as for graphing it. We know the slope is what tells us m, and that's our change in y over change in x, and b is the y-intercept. Where does the line cross the y-axis? We always write that as the ordered pair, 0, b. So in number 1, it's asking us to write the equation of the line with the given slope and given y-intercept. So they're telling us that the slope is 3, the y-intercept is 0, -4. So we substitute 3 in for m, -4 in for b, and that's our equation. For number 2, the slope is -4/9 and our y-intercept is 0, 12. So the equation is y equals -4/9 x plus 12. Go ahead and pause this video and try number 3 and number 4 on your own. When you're ready, hit play and check your answers. Now, writing the equation by looking at the graph. So first, we can notice where it crosses the y-intercept. On this case, it's at 2. And then we can find the slope by drawing a slope triangle. So we got to find the change in y over the change in x. So if we just count from here to here, we're going up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2. So our change in y over change in x is 3 over 2. And then looking at this point where it crosses the y-axis at 0, 2, we can then write our equation, y equals 3/2 x plus 2. Looking at number 6, note that from left to right, it is going down, so we know it will have a negative slope. So when we draw our slope triangle, we're going down 2 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then also take a look at where it crosses the y-axis. So our slope, change in y over change in x, is -2 over 6. Always reduce when you can. That reduces to -1/3. And we can see that the y-intercept is at 0, -1, that point. And so our equation is y equals -1/3 x minus 1. Go ahead and pause this video. Try 7 and 8 on your own. When you're ready, press play and check your answer.